please don't fall for her. No, she can't go somebody else's action. It has nothing to do with her. So I just want that to be said. And also know that this is not the end because her birthday is September 2nd. She'll be 88 still. And I'm going to do a celebration for my granny on the street. Amen. Amen. And if y'all would just come out and support us, I'm going to give it to Homeowners Association. I'm going to give it to everybody. And I just want y'all to come out and support us because she was looking forward to this birthday. She had one wish. And she said this one wish. She said she wanted to see my daughter graduate. That's all she wanted. She said, Lord, I pray. And all I want to do is see my granddaughter, my great-granddaughter graduate. She said, you can take me on. You can take me on. Once she crossed that stage, you can take me on. But she wasn't able to see her. But she's going to see her from up above. And when my baby crossed that stage, I'll make sure she has my father and my mother on her hat, showing that she did it with them as well. My baby was a granddaddy baby. She was a great-grandmama baby. So I know this is crushing her. This makes a year that my mother's mother died as well. So in July, I have this July the 6th and July the 8th for both of my grannies. And my baby had to see this. So please pray for her. She's trying to stay up here. She's trying to be strong for me.
We're finna do a walk for it. So we're finna walk this smash, y'all.
My grandmother and my father called us sick. And we would continue to
We're finna walk there. I think we're finna walk to the shopping center.
No fighting. Do not tarnish my great aunt's name. Do not make the rescue in vain. Do not fight. No killing. Do not go after anybody. Do not retaliate against anybody.
He turned himself in, y'all. He turned himself in. He turned himself in. We're finna walk. So. Just letting y'all know.
If we're all ready, we're going to ask that the grandchildren will lead the morning.
all the grandkids.
We'll walk over.
If you need to get some water before we leave, the water is right behind you. Get some water before we leave. The water's right behind you.
Where the walk go be?
You know, I said, in the non-pot, in the
Shay,
non-pot.
Shay, come on.
Okay, what is it?
What a walk.
Ice. I'll get it to you. Okay, thank you.
We'll walk from Fortune to Glendale Shopping Center. We're finna walk to Glendale Shopping Center. Yeah, to Glendale Shopping Center. Hey, you might have to give me one. So we're finna do a walk, y'all, from Fortune to Glendale Shopping Center. Y'all gonna walk with us? Y'all want to tune in? You can tune in if you want to, but we finna do our walk.
Gonna get my umbrella.
Well, I can't rip a cord. I told him, give me a little water. So,
Oh, you need one?
I'm gonna need one when I'm at. Y'all walk? There you go. I need you to hold it though. So get ready, we're gonna walk, y'all. For the people that tuning in that can't make it, y'all go walk with me. You know when y'all riding with me, when y'all walking with me. So we all there.
Mike.
Start from the top. I'm gonna do my walking thing. Man.
No more violence. 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 No more violence.
Wait,
No more
wait, hold up.
more violence. No more violence. No more violence.
Silver, the police escorted. Huh? They gonna have to
No
win.
more violence. No 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 more violence.
No more violence. No more violence. No more violence. No more violence. No more violence.
No more violence. No more violence. No more violence. Justice for misdemeanor. No more violence. No more violence. No more violence. No more violence. Parking cars, come down with us, folks. We're taking our communities back.
Yeah, she was 87-year-old, y'all.
We're taking our communities back. Parking cars, come down with us. No more violence. 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 No more violence.
Shooting in Dallas. This happened just after midnight. This is on North Justin Avenue, near Hayworth Avenue, near Jefferson. Police have identified the victim as 39-year-old Lawrence Salazar. No word right now on what led up to that shooting. Police still looking for a suspect. By the way, if anyone has any information regarding the shooting, please call Dallas PD.
Murder suspect has surrendered after an hours-long standoff in East Oak Cliff. Dallas police say he shot at the officers and then holed up in this house near I-45 and Loop 12. Candace Sweat has the latest information.
The standoff lasted for hours before the suspect finally surrendered. It started in the morning when Dallas police say they were serving a warrant for murder on 51st Street in East Oak Cliff. Police say when they arrived, someone tipped off the suspect. That's when he came outside and started shooting at officers. They say the suspect then ran back inside where he barricaded himself for hours.
She complained about screaming and shooting, but I told her just to stay in the house. I didn't know it was a police-involved shooting.
Just after 7 p.m., the suspect surrendered, taken away in an ambulance. In Dallas, Candace Sweat, NBC5.
Development in the case against a former Dallas police officer accused of murder for hire. First, let's walk through what we know about this case. These are the facts. Reiser was arrested on capital murder charges on March 4th. Dallas police fired him 5 days later. Reiser was accused in the 2017 deaths of Albert Douglas and Lisa Sands. Court records say Reiser ordered 3 men to kill those people. But today, Dallas County prosecutors said they do not have the evidence to prove that. Vince Sims picks up the story from there.
Applause as former Dallas police officer Brian Reiser walks out of jail a free man.
I was 100% innocent from the get-go.
Evidence came into question as words were exchanged in court between a Dallas police detective and district attorney.
Then you go back and talk to your boss, and all of a sudden, that is like, we don't have any probable cause.
In Brian Reiser's original arrest affidavit, police detective Esteban Montenegro said there was cell phone data linking Reiser to the murders, but that, he later admitted, was not true, saying the line ended up in the affidavit by mistake. Prosecutor Jason Fine said probable cause was fundamentally missing.
If you bring us a case that establishes probable cause and that we can prove tomorrow, next week, a year from now, we will take that case and we will go to trial, and you know that's true.
In an interview with the Dallas Morning News, Dallas Police Chief Eddie Garcia says he stands behind the decision to fire Reiser based on administrative allegations. This investigation remains open and ongoing. Family members of one of the victims, Albert Douglas, left the courtroom shocked.
I don't feel like justice was done up in that courtroom. That's all I got to say.
Should more evidence be found, the case could again move forward. Reiser isn't concerned with that, maintaining his innocence and wanting to clear his name.
I just want to say this right here. This department that I used to love, respect, they have disrespect to me, they have me, they have my family, all over a make-believe law.
In Dallas, Vince Sims, NBC5.
Now, once again, the district attorney's office said the investigation is not closed, and it looks forward to working with DPD on this or any other case.
Dallas police officer is in jail today accused of child sexual assault. Steve Pickett reports now from DPD headquarters. The Dallas Police Department announcing this officer's arrest earlier this morning, but declining to provide specifics regarding what led to this man's arrest. The officer is Tyrone Williams Jr. He is 48 years of age. He has worked as a Dallas police officer for 12 years. He was apparently arrested while heading to work this morning, according to a source I spoke with. Williams is assigned to DPD's South Central Patrol Division in Oak Cliff. Officers took him into custody on a claim of child sexual assault. DPD not providing any details at this point regarding the alleged sex assault. A DPD spokesman via email said, due to the incident involving a child, we will not be disclosing any further information. As of 4 p.m. this afternoon, Tyrone Williams Jr. was still in custody. No bond set at this point. Dallas police officer recovering today after being shot Saturday night. Police say officers saw a guy wanted for 2 felonies. This is on South Westmoreland. There was an exchange of gunfire between officers and that man. One officer shot in the hand, that suspect getting away. Dallas police later finding him, though. That man died in what they believe a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Like again, because her birthday is September 2nd, she'll be 88 still, and I'm gonna do a celebration for my granny on the street. Amen. Amen. And if y'all would just come out and support us, I'm gonna give it to her on association. I'm gonna give it to everybody. I just want y'all to come out and support us because she was looking forward to this birthday. She had one wish, and she said this one wish. She said she wanted to see my daughter graduate. That's all she wanted. She said, Lord, I pray. And all I want to do is see my great-granddaughter graduate. She said, you can take me on. You can take me on. Once she crossed that stage, you can take me on. But she wasn't able to see her. But she's going to see her from up above.
We know him personally. We knew his parents, and we love his parents, and I still love his family. You know, I don't fault his mother. I don't fault anybody else for anything that he's done.
Well, Thompson reported an attempted break-in at her home the day before she died, but no officers responded to investigate. Police say that's because an employee took the information over the phone, but Thompson declined the option of having an officer go to her East Dallas house.
Dallas homicide detectives are looking for a person of interest from a murder over the weekend. Here is a look at him leaving a Mercedes SUV early Sunday morning with a man dying inside. This guy was the driver, but the Mercedes belonged to the man who died in the passenger seat. Here's Fox 4's Sean Rabb with this week's Trackdown.
And Detective John Valdez just needs one somebody to do the right thing.
What bothers me is that there's people that I believe know who he is and won't tell me.
Talking about this man moving quickly away from a Mercedes SUV that he just parked in the 1000 block of Wilbur in Southwest Oak Cliff. 1:30 Sunday morning, June 13th.
My victim is in the passenger seat. He's not the driver. Even though it's his vehicle registered to him, he's in the passenger seat.
Stephen Valadez, life slipping away from gunshot wounds in the passenger seat. The man in the white t-shirt and shorts was behind the wheel. Detective takes me through the video.
He calls somebody to come get him. It's very obvious because within 5 minutes, a black sedan pulls up.
Turns on Wilbur from Polk and picks him up, then stops, and the same guy gets out and runs back to an alley, then back to the car.
He comes back again, and it looks like he's holding a rifle to me. If you slow the video down, in his left hand, he went back and got something. There was a reason he got out of the car and went back to where he was.
Who is this guy that drove Stephen Valadez to this street in Oak Cliff and left him on the side of the road?
He looks like to be a Hispanic male. He's wearing a white t-shirt and shorts. It's pretty clear on the video, his build and that sort of thing.
But if you know him, you think?
I believe so. I think people know who this person was. I think there are people that are close that know Stephen, that absolutely know who this person was.
And that people he told where he was told others.
Within, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes, that another vehicle pulls up a truck. It turns out to be relatives of Stephen, okay?
While a memorial's been built where Stephen Valadez lost his life, no one yet helping Detective John Valdez build a case.
I don't know. That's why I need to talk to this fellow driving.
Right.
And again, he's just a person of interest now, but I have to talk to him or there's a good chance the case won't be solved.
Governor and others in law enforcement for outlining certain crimes that police will investigate but no longer be dispatched to if there's a 911 call. The department says the memo is only a draft. It's released premature. Fox 4's David Santandri reports the city council now wants to examine the memo's contents.
Dallas police will ask people to file reports online or in person.
These cases are still going to be investigated.
The crimes listed in the premature memo: attempted unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, breaking into a motor vehicle and BMV auto accessory, credit debit card abuse, criminal mischief, graffiti, harassment via electronic communication device, identity theft, lost property, reckless damage, runaway, want to locate, and interference with child custody. The last one, interference with child custody, is one MATA takes issue with.
I think it's very important that officer shows up for that.
Former Dallas Mayor Pro Tem Dwayne Caraway wants out of federal prison because of COVID-19.
Caraway's 68. He has a number of underlying health conditions and fears getting COVID-19 in the West Texas federal prison, where he's serving a 4.5-year sentence. But in a brief ruling, federal judge Barbara Lynn said there are no extraordinary circumstances that justify early release, and she does not have authority to move Caraway to home confinement. Meanwhile, we've learned the man who bribed Caraway, Robert Leonard, the ringleader in the Dallas County school scandal, actually got COVID-19 in a federal prison in Louisiana. Judge Lynn revealed this in a ruling denying Leonard's request to modify his sentence and go on home confinement. The judge says Leonard was asymptomatic and fully recovered. Leonard's 72. He has a number of health conditions, but the judge believes the prison can manage Leonard's medical needs. And she said the crime he committed was, quote, very serious.
Caraway is the government's star witness in their case against Rural Hamilton, a developer charged with paying Caraway and former council member Carolyn Davis thousands of dollars in bribes in exchange for political support of his affordable housing projects.
Detroit, baby, by way of Dallas. Virginia, by way of Los Angeles. LA, Detroit, Chicago, we out here, baby. All the way out here. We ain't never stopped. This ain't new to us. It's new. They new to this. We ain't new. All power to the people. This ain't just no one-day thing to patrol all our neighborhoods every day. One man in one neighborhood or 10 men, it don't matter.
That's a nationwide collective group of organizations together as far as the Hood People Gun Club is concerned. We started in 2014. Myself, Rakim Balagoon, and the other gentleman up there, Babu Omawale, we are the co-founders of the organization, of the group. And so, we wanted to come out here and respond, as I stated, against the violence that's been existing in the community, try to be something positive and maybe get some attention of some youth, potentially to intervene and keep them from doing things that they don't necessarily need to do.
King, wake up, wake up. What the fuck you want? You still with me? You still with me?
Bro, please see you